Okay, so now you're starting. You've gone 2 months where you haven't eaten anything but basically eggs, meat, any kind of meat, and those vegetables that are on the strictest part of the Candida diet, which is like onions, cabbage. Uh, don't do anything that they say, well, if your Candida is not so bad, then you can take this. Don't eat anything that is in that category. Because they might say, well, this kind of fruit might be okay, because you're going to be dying for fruit. But don't. Just, you're going to want something sweet, don't. Just a little bit of that xylitol, maybe with something to drink, and that's it. Don't mess around with oatmeal or quinoa or any kind of grains. You just can't have grains yet. But just stick to it, and you're going to be cured soon, and you will be able to go back to eating bread and pizza and cheese and beans and all that stuff that you're dying to have. But just do it this way, and you won't have Candida for the rest of your life and be hooked and addicted to these, basically a slave to all of these supplements. The idea is to get your body back to the way it's supposed to be so that you're not a slave to them and paying those high prices for those supplements for the rest of your life. In this way, you're only going to have to pay for those supplements for 1 or 2 months. I have nothing to do with that. I'm just going to tell you where you can get the supplements from. I bought them right online, and have them. They deliver them right to your house. Okay, so that first supplement is, and so this is at the 2-month part. But some of you could start taking it before the 2 months are up, but don't think, even though you're going to feel cured, you might even feel cured of this after 2 or 3 weeks on this diet. It's going to make you feel better, and you're going to hate eating like this, and you're going to want to start cheating and start seeing, well, let's see what happens if I eat this. I'm telling you, don't do it. The Candida stays hidden in your body for even though you don't feel the symptoms. You want to completely starve it out by not eating any of the stuff that you shouldn't be eating for 2 months. Okay, so at the 2-month part, or after, or before that, you can start taking the 3-lac. But the way I would recommend it is go the 2 months with eating the strict diet. At the 2-month cutoff time, or a little bit before that if you want, after 1 month or 6 weeks, start taking 3-lac. Start taking one package a day for the first week, 2 packages a day for the second week, 3 packages a day for the third week. When you get up to 3 packages a day, you'll see they're like little tiny envelopes. You can put them in water, or you can put them right in your mouth. You should be continuing to feel pretty good. Then stick with that until you run out. But I would buy enough to be able to do 2 months of 3-lac. 2 months of 3-lac. After your first box runs out, with the second box, then you might go down to just 2 packages a day for that whole second box. That's up to you. Each person's body reacts differently to it. And then, like, you might, when you see the box running out, you might, like, for the last week, time it so that the last week you're just taking 1 package a day, so that you basically wean your body off of that. Okay, now the next product, the second product, which is just a wonderful product, and I found that it's really, of course, the people who are supporting 3-lac will never tell you about this, but I found it by doing a lot of investigation and looking all over the place. And I'm going to leave somewhere around this video, somewhere on this blog, I'll have the link to the web page for it. This other product, and this is the thing, it's the diet plus the 3-lac plus this product, which are just a triple whammy, and they really knock it out, and it's what completely eradicates and kills all the Candida in your body, so that your body can come back to a natural balance and have your stomach and your intestines and everything working the way they should be. So you've killed all the Candida basically in your body down to almost 0 because of that diet. and the 3-lac has helped your stomach to get stronger. And now there's a third product, and that's called Synthol. And I'm going to put the link to it. And Synthol is, it's just a, it's kind of more scientific. I mean, they all are, but it's a pill, and it's a little bit expensive. And I would recommend buying enough to have enough for about 3 months worth. And the Synthol you can take about, you know, and again, that's up to the way your body works. But see, because you're already going to be feeling well, the Synthol is, and it's spelled Syntol. But just look for the link there here on the page, and that'll take you to the web page where you can read about it, and then you can order your Synthol. I have nothing to do with those people from a 3-lac or Synthol. These are just the products that I found that worked for me. What it is it's what they call like a probiotic and a prebiotic or something like that. But whatever this does, you can read about it. It gets down into your stomach, and then it just propagates out, and it reestablishes and makes your stomach just really in the right healthy balance, the way it's supposed to be. But then it has 2 ingredients in Synthol which are really cool, and they actually go find what's ever left of the Candida in your body, and they destroy it from like the molecular level. They actually attack the Candida, and they make the Candida die wherever it is hidden throughout your body. It'll just get it and destroy it. So with the Synthol, you could start off with like, and this you have to figure out. You'll see how much it is. It's kind of expensive, but you could take like 3 pills a day, 1 in the morning, 1 at lunch, and 1 at night. They tell you like you can take up to even more than that. But if you're taking the 3-lac and you're also taking the Synthol, you know, it might be enough. You might want to take, you know, if you can afford it, 6 pills a day, 2, 2, and 2. 2 with breakfast, 2 with lunch, and 2 with dinner. That's up to you, but maybe for a month or for 3 weeks or so, you can take it like that. It's pretty good. I didn't notice any negative effects, only good effects when I was taking both the 3-lac and the Synthol. But I followed the directions pretty carefully and didn't take too much of any of them. And then the Synthol, you know, like I said, you can take that for about 2 months. And so you take, maybe the last month you're just taking 3 pills a day, 1 with lunch, 1 with breakfast, 1 with lunch, and 1 with dinner. And then I would leave, like just have a little bit of extra 3-lac and Synthol there on the side, just in case you felt like your symptoms were coming back for someone who has a really, really strong or terrible case of Candida. But, so for 2 months you did the diet, and then, but now you're feeling good. Now for the next month, you're taking the, these supplements. So after the 2 months, at the beginning of the 3rd month, so you finish 2 months of that diet, now the diet ends, but be careful. You can't go back 100% to the way you were eating on that first day of the 3rd month. You need to start just a little bit. Don't use any sugar yet, for maybe even for a good week or 2 or 3 weeks. Start eating some fruit, some of the sweeter vegetables like tomatoes, some of that stuff, very slowly, a little bit at a time. You want to gradually ease back into the way you used to eat. Don't go out and get donuts and pizza and start eating pasta. Avoid those things at first. So I'll finish up talking about that, and we'll have the last video for the end of the Candida cure. And I'll let this run for another 40 seconds or so before I turn it off.